start with Wolfgang this time. Just ask, without the camera.
Well, many people know that I run for both the city council seat and the borough council seat, and there's a rumor that I can't do both. If I'm elected to both of them, to say I can only serve the one or the other. Well, that's not so. There's no state statute, and certainly not the law, which is the Constitution that prohibits that. And in the past, we had a few people that were both sitting on the city council and on the borough assembly, like Bill Wally, who used to be mayor and was on the city council, and then Mr. Norm. So there's no reason for not doing that. And I'm 69 years old. I'm retired. I have the time to do it. I think I do a perfect job because I bring some wisdom to both bodies, which is very much needed.
Okay, Wayne. Swanson.
Yeah, I'm not real strong on my political speak. What I am is I'm just an average, hardworking, middle class homeowner raising a family in a community that I want to see be as best as it can be. And I believe right now that there's a unbalance in reference to what is being taxed and how those services are being provided from those taxes. And I've asked questions and I've gotten different answers for the same question. So what I'm doing is I'm doing the best thing I know how, and that's to throw my hat in the ring to find the answers and to be able to be as transparent so the people themselves can be as involved in government as they can, to let them know I don't owe nothing to anybody except for the fact that I care about the community, and I believe that the taxation and how those taxes are being spent need to be scrutinized with our tax money. Our tax money is very important to the families that are out there struggling to make it month to month and paycheck to paycheck. And every time the assessment on your house goes up, or the mill rate goes up, or they want to introduce a new tax or this, you know, maybe we need to look at the spending of those revenues before we look at trying to get more. Thank you.
Okay, Billie Blanchard.
Well, again, thank you for letting us join you this evening and be part of this. I think that I can bring financial background experience. I currently am the president of Federal Credit Union, and I spent 20 years in the financial institutions industry working with budgets, and so I think I can bring, good questioning eye to the borough. I know that our taxpayers are overburdened, and we need to be looking at, as Wayne said, the spending side of it. We've had the fortune of having business growth in the area, and so they have stayed under the tax cap, but the budget items have still gone up because we have more money to spend. That isn't necessarily the thing that we always need to do. We certainly need to make sure we have accountability, and we've got good government that answers the questions and give people good value for their dollar. Economic development is hugely important. Of course, we've all been looking for the gas line to come through, and it's something we certainly need. And that will help with the burden to homeowners and everyone else for energy costs. Quality education is important. I have two nephews that are in school, and I hope they're watching tonight. I told them to pay attention. But it's important that we provide a good quality education. It's important that our kids get the technology that they need. The jobs are now going to be global, and our kids so often we're testing things seem to be behind others, and we need to make sure that they get the quality education they need so that they have good jobs and that they can prosper when they come into the workforce. So I ask for your vote. I think I can be fair, that I can make sure that I'll ask the questions that need to be asked, and gather all the information and make sure we make good decisions for the citizens of the borough. Thank you.
Okay, Kelly Brown.
I've worked in both the public and private sector. This is my first one for public office. I was elected to serve as president of the Alaska State Employees Association, and I also served as chair of two financial trusts of that organization, and I understand my fiduciary responsibility. I spent the last 10 years working as a representative of Alaska's workers, and I think that experience will be an asset to the Assembly. I care about maintaining the quality of our community. I support education and reasonable development. I think the borough is in the right direction with its partnerships with the Fairbanks Pipeline Training Center and also with the tourism industry. I would look forward to the opportunity to serve. I believe that I can listen well, and we'll strive to make reasoned decisions. So ask for your support on October 2nd.
Okay, Tammie Wilson.
Also, thank you so much for having us, and I also want to thank all those people out there that have been knocking on their doors. Sometimes my timing is not the best. Sometimes they're in the showers, and sometimes their dogs want to get out, but you know, it's been great. It's been great talking to people and seeing how big this borough is and how big the needs are. I mean, whether I was up in Fox or downtown Fairbanks, the borough has a lot of needs, and I think sometimes we forget how big we are. The other thing is that I attend the meetings right now, so I understand what it's like to try to take 3 minutes to tell your passion about why you're for or against something, and then to have questions and assembly basically look at you and say, well, that's nice and thanks for coming down, but we're not going to answer those questions. And we need to answer questions that the residents have. We need to make them involved, and we need to be accountable. And I think I've shown, you know, that I will be very hardworking. I'm still out there looking for those 13 more votes I didn't get last year, so I'm going to keep knocking on the doors, and I just really appreciate all the support, and I hope you vote for me on October 2nd. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. We've enjoyed having you folks with us. The candidates for Assembly Seat C coming up on Thursday night on closing comments will be the city mayor's race.
Mics are off.
Okay, thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Such a stupid job. Yeah, no, I should no.
They would be able to pass a sales tax easier.
No.
That is what he said.
That's just what the other way around.
No, he said that the only way that they'd ever pass a sales tax up here is if we got that exemption. That's what he said. And I was upset because I'm like, don't say we're going to pass a sales tax because you don't know that. But he was telling the legislators that the only way that a sales tax would ever pass is if you could make it so that it wasn't so lopsided on commercial property and residential property. And that 100,000 would be added, or the 50,000 would be added to the senior exemption. So instead of 150, it would